Okay, it's Thursday. And what do I always say? Thursday is almost Friday. It's practically the weekend. So we're going to chill, chat, and have a couple of drinks. Get that out of my system before there's many people here. And as is usual, as a warm-up, going to make a video, which I have scripted. All right, let's get ready. Get ready, because here I come now. Get ready, because here I come now. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay. I'll work these out. Yeah. Just wait on the TV. Gotta get my phone ready. Seeing there's a lot of people there. No one's chatting yet, though. That's okay. I'm not going to rush anyone. Okay, so we actually want, is it the Gmail? It is. Ooh, that's good. Nice and big. All right. Hey, Greg, how are you? Okay, phase one is pour the drink over the sexy clear ice. Ooh. What's the percentage of this battery, I wonder? Oh, wow, what's this? Update date and time. Oh, God, what the fuck is this? Where's my phone? Okay, I'm going to sit down and try and work this out. So I have the quick app for the GoPro. Let's find it. I'm on a quest. Is it on my... there it is, in my photography apps. No, fuck off. I'm trying to force a subscription. Okay. We go quick app. Bluetooth. Yes, pair. Thank you. 14%. What the fuck is that about? Okay, that is really fucking weird. Hey, Heine. What is the story with the other battery? Something has gone wrong here. Or something is not what I was expecting. I charged these for a couple of hours the other night. I thought it'd be almost full. Although I can still do this because I don't need... What's this one on? Yeah, this one's on 98%. What the fuck is your story? Stupid battery. Home for the elderly. Hello. Didn't get a notification. Oh well, I'm here now. So guess what's happening? I'm shooting a bit of video. And this is for something I genuinely want to taste. My milk clarified liqueur. The liqueur I sent you, in fact, Home for the Elderly. I have milk clarified it. And I scripted a video for it. Let's go. Oh, wait, back to mail. Okay. Okay, step it first. You know what? I need to put this battery on the charger. I do not know why it didn't charge the other night. Because the other one did. Let's do that. Left and right. Okay. Let's record this. How's that set? Let's just do that. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, that is beautiful and golden in glass. And now the other one. Oh, it's like farting. Okay, that's all the GoPro footage. Because I did all the other stuff the other night. Okay, let us get set up. Okay. I'm going to want that too for the original. Let's right. So I'm going to do my new setup. I'm going to do the zoom because the computer was too much hassle. And where did I put the little tripod? I'm just making my life so fucking difficult. No, I put it away over here. Actually being responsible. Okay. Let's do this. Do. Jesus fucking Christ, that was almost a disaster. Christ almighty, I'm a fucking idiot, honestly. God almighty. Fuck was that about? Honestly. Swear I make my life so difficult sometimes. Has this thing just got fucking broken or something? Oh, and there is my UFoods ding. Don't want that to re-ding, so let's... Yes, I have seen you. Don't ding at me again. Okay. It's this one, isn't it? God, I haven't used this in so long. My fucking brain stopped working. Okay, so this is sitting here. Microphone. All right. And camera. Let's just see. This is probably going to be like 10 or 20 minutes. Half of it's going to be setup time. All right, let's see how we go. See if I can get this running like a well-oiled machine. Like Bert Kreischer, the machine. Okie doke. That. Turn this on. Turn this on. Frame it up. That's about right. How long's that battery gonna last? Oh, I'm so fucking. You know what? No, it would be stupid for me to assume that battery's going to last. I need to get. Thank you for the thumbnail reminder as well. Maybe I should take the thumbnail before I start. Thank you. I will. I've just got to go get a battery. The battery was flat. I need another battery. Okay, back with a fresh-ish battery. Okay. Is this one on? How are we doing? That looks good. How's this one going? Is it, we got the levels? We got the levels. Okay, let's freaking go. G'day cocktail lovers. Today I'm combining my 3 favorite hacks that go beyond simply following a cocktail recipe. The 3 elements are making a syrup, which you can use to make liqueurs, then barrel aging such a liqueur, and then milk clarifying that same liqueur. The starting point for this process is this liqueur. It's pretty much jet black. Full disclosure, there's not much left because I've already done the clarifying bit. And so you'll see me in a different shirt in that. The magic of video editing. Stuff happens out of sequence for me and in a different sequence for you. The starting point for today's clarified drink is this liqueur, and I will leave a link at the end to a video giving you detailed instructions of how I did this, and I recommend you following it because this is one of the best things I've ever made. I love this drink. The short version is we start with a syrup. Slice up an apple, cover it with twice its weight in brown sugar, and over 12 to 24 hours, the sugar will draw the juice out of the apple and liquefy. Then I toast some cooking spices like cinnamon, star anise, allspice, and a few others in a pan and get those flavors coming out of that. Then I add the syrup and apple slices and let that simmer for a while. Probably add a little bit of water just to make sure the sugar completely liquefies, and let that simmer till it's the consistency you want. Oh, I think it's a car. Very noisy. When the syrup cools, fine strain that into a bottle and you've got a super yummy syrup. Like, it's particularly good for things like old fashions, very boozy drinks, but it's very multi-purpose. I have a simple recipe for this liqueur. It's equal parts of rum, brandy, whiskey, and the brown sugar syrup. Super tasty. Now, recently I realized I had a bunch of experiments about in different bottles. That standard liqueur, but also in some cases, I just got the cooking spices that were left behind when I strained out the syrup and put that in a bottle of whiskey or a bottle of brandy and taste that. And that was super yum. And I just thought, look, there's all these little things. Let's combine them, which I did. And then I put it in one of my barrels and let that age for about 2 weeks. Long story short, the barrel aging and the mixing of things made it even yummier. But I had the whim, I feel like this would be very interesting milk clarified. The most common way to do milk clarification is to add a drink that has an acid element like fruit juice to milk, which will curdle, and then you can use that to filter the drink into a whole new thing. Now, you may note here that my liqueur does not have orange juice or any other juice in it. But there is a second method that doesn't require you to use an acid element. But I'm going to do both. This video will be exploring 2 ways to milk clarify this liqueur, and I'll compare the taste. For the first method, I'm adding 60 ml of orange juice to 200 ml of the liqueur, then adding this combined drink to 60 ml of milk. That'll start to curdle almost straight away. I usually leave... That'll start to curdle almost straight away, but I usually leave it for about half an hour to make sure the curds are fully formed. Now, some people say you should leave it overnight, but that absolutely... Wait a second. Some people will say you should leave it overnight, but that is absolutely not necessarily... Now I'm starting to mix up words. Haven't been drinking. Some people would say you should leave that overnight, but that's absolutely not necessary, and it can work against you in terms of the taste of the drink. So we just pour that through a coffee filter and let it run through into a bottle. Now you'll notice the first bit that goes through is actually a bit cloudy because it's not the filter that... It isn't the filter that does the clarification, it's the curds. So the curds need to settle to the bottom of the filter. So you let it run through until you see it's coming through clear. Then you pour that first bit back through the filter. Alternatively, you could filter the entire drink more than once. With a bit of patience, you end up with a really clear brown drink, which is quite an amazing transformation when you consider the starting version was almost jet black. The second method, involves baking powdered milk. You start off putting some powdered milk on a tray in the oven. You might need to experiment with your oven to get the temperature exactly right, but the starting point, you should think of 275 Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. Then you simply reconstitute the milk according to the instructions on the packet, because it varies a bit from brand to brand. This milk will have a tendency to separate on its own. So before you use it, if you prepare it ahead of time, you want to really shake it up or whisk it to make sure it's fully mixed in before you add your drink to it. For this one, all I did was add 200 mils of the liqueur to 50 mils of this reconstituted milk. You'll see again, it starts to separate almost straight away, and you go the same process, pouring it through a coffee filter, let the first bit run through, and then put it through again so you get a nice clear drink. It would be a fair question to say, how does this work? Why does baking the powdered milk make a milk that just wants to separate and doesn't need an acid element? Well, I don't want to get too technical, but this happens through a process that we call magic. Once you have the clarified drink, all that's left to do is serve them up. Of course, this is a prime candidate for using some sexy clear ice because it shows off both the drink and the ice at their best. I don't know about you, but I'm really blown away by these beautiful clear brown drinks that came from that jet black original. Don't know that it's showing up on the camera. It's actually slightly different sized bits of ice, so it's deceptive. But before I put it in the glass, the non-acid version, the version that didn't have the orange juice, it was a slightly darker brown than the version with the orange juice. So I'm going to compare both of these and also compare it to the original. I'll do the original last because it's going to be the strongest flavor. But I'm going to start, this is the version that had orange juice in it. That is really good. It has a really definite orange flavor. It's a really pleasant one. I often don't like orange juice in cocktails because I know I think it flattens them out a bit, but in the clarification process, it usually adds a really nice flavor. But now, to try the one that doesn't have orange juice in it, ooh, without the orange juice element, this has a creamier feel. And a lot of people say when you bake the powdered milk, it has a sort of burnt butter aroma. And it really does have that in the taste as well. You've still got this lovely sweet boozy thing, but with this buttery flavor on top of that. Forgot I got my little glass for the thing. Where is the original? Final comparison with the original liqueur. Oh, that is really good. Like, I'm not going to stop making this. What is interesting, retasting this, the cooking spice flavors, particularly the cinnamon and the star anise, they are very strong in this. And they've been really mellowed out in the clarified versions, which is what I'd expect. I need to go back to these after the original. Well, it is really hard to choose a favorite. I think they all suit a particular mood. If I was really pushed to make a choice, I think I prefer the version that doesn't have the orange juice in it. But if you're in the mood to have something with a bit of brightness from the orange, this is just really good. They're all good. I love making clarified cocktails. It's something you really should experiment with. If you want a more detailed explanation of the whole process, I do have some other videos on this channel you should check out. So make sure you're coming back. Be subscribed. All those good things, and you'll see all sorts of other experiments that I do down the line, because I really do love making up variations, doing hacks, doing wacky stuff with cocktails, because it's just a fun time. Hope you think it's fun too, and hope you come back for some more. Meanwhile, me on my double fisting bullshit. It'd be triple fisting if I had a third arm, but we do what we can. Cheers. Okay, I got to do a couple of shots now. Stop. Stop. All right, now, how long is that taking me? Yeah, 20 minutes, okay. Recording. Recording. G'day, cocktail lovers. I made this liqueur, which I really like. It's pretty simple. It's equal parts of brandy, whiskey, rum, and a spiced apple brown sugar syrup I make. If you want to know more about that, you should make sure to subscribe to my channel and go and find the video where I give you all the details on how to do it. But today, I thought for fun, I'm going to milk clarify this. Standard way to do milk clarification is to add a drink that has an acid element, like citrus juice, to milk. It'll curdle, you can pour it through a filter, and you'll get an amazing end result. You notice this doesn't have orange juice, so I'm going to do a version where I add orange juice, and you should make sure you subscribe and see another video where I make it in another special version without the orange juice. But here's how we make it. I combined 200 mils of the liqueur with 60 mils of orange juice and added that to 60 mils of milk. Now that curdles pretty much straight away, and then you pour that through a coffee filter. The curds need to settle to the bottom of the filter to fully clarify the drink. So the first bit that goes through will be cloudy. When you see that it started to come through clear, pour that first bit back through the filter, or alternatively, filter the whole drink more than once. What you end up with is a really clear, light brown, golden drink, which is amazing considering the original was essentially jet black. And it really smooths out the flavors too. Oh, it's sweet, silky mouthfeel, and a nice brightness from the orange juice, and just a latent booziness that comes through. This is delicious. And I'm really looking forward to comparing it to the version that doesn't have orange juice, so stay tuned for that. Cheers. Second shot. G'day, cocktail lovers. Did you know you can milk clarify cocktails without using an acid element like citrus juice? The secret is to bake powdered milk. You put powdered milk on a tray, bake it in an oven at about 275 Fahrenheit for around 15 minutes. Then you reconstitute that according to the instructions on the packet. When you add your drink to the milk, it will separate and you can filter it and clarify that drink without needing an acid so close. When you went, okay, now there's a car. When you add a drink to this reconstituted milk, it will start, When you add a drink to this reconstituted milk, it will start to clarify. It won't start to clarify, it'll separate. Jesus, fuck! When you add a drink to this reconstituted milk, it will separate without needing an acid content. And you can pour that through a coffee filter and it will start to clarify. The curds need to fully settle into the filter, so the first amount that goes through will be a bit cloudy. Wait till it's running clear, then pour that back through the filter, or alternatively, run the entire drink through a filter more than once. I decided my spice liqueur was perfect to experiment with in this, so it's pretty straightforward. I added 200 mils of the liqueur to 50 mils of the reconstituted milk. You can see it starts to separate straight away, and I pour that through the filter to get the clarified version. You can see it goes from being jet black to this amazingly clear amber drink. Looks perfect on the sexy clear ice, of course. Let's see. When the drink is fully filtered, all that's left to do is to show it off by pouring it over some sexy clear ice. It's quite amazing to me that jet black drink turned into this beautiful golden amber drink, showing off both the drink and the sexy clear ice perfectly. And taste-wise, oh, it's got smoothness, a silky mouthfeel. It's like a burnt butter taste. And then the taste of the original drink comes through softly right at the end. It is just an incredible experience. And it's also fun. And you should make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Come back and see the video where I compare this to a version that was clarified with an acid element, namely orange juice, and I'll give you my view on which version is best. Cheers. The fucking dog's breakfast, honestly. Okay. That's it. I need to chill out now. Put this over here. Put this over here. Oh, lawsy. Turn that off. And I got these funky drinks. Hot damn. Fuck, I almost knocked this one off and it didn't have the lid on it. Jesus, I would have been pissed off. So pissed off. Alright. Okay. Actually, these can just stay here. I have to admit, I was half expecting that to taste transcendentally amazing, and it doesn't. It just tastes good. Don't say sexy on TikTok. Nice. Have you seen Clockwork Orange? Wall-to-wall titties. Isn't that literally the decor in the bar they go to? I know the tables are naked ladies. Little while since I've seen Clockwork Orange. It's also funny to me the number of people who didn't get the satire of A Clockwork Orange. Oh, you're glorifying violence. You go, no, he's condemning a violent society, actually. That's right. Milk drinks through the lady statue's breasts. Yes, that's right. The closing scene is a sex scene, isn't it? Malcolm McDowell with naked lady riding him. Funny old world. And a crimson pith. The great Aussie tradition of taking the pith. All right, put that in there. Oh my god, that is actually really fucking good. They put him on stage, Joey gets sick when he thinks about sex and violence. Yeah, but isn't the final thing this like he's cured? Again, few years since I've seen Clockwork Orange, but I have a vague memory. A little dose of the ultra violence. Oh my god! Oh, that's just got like a really nice vanilla flavor. Fuck me, that's actually good. I may have understated in the video how good that is. Dang and all. Holy shit, that's good. Wait, I should have had a freaking cherry. Why do I not have a cherry? It's a crime against humanity that I don't have a cherry. So, hopefully, the last scene is Governor coming in to apologize. Gives you a bunch of shit because he couldn't fight back. Thinking, what other drinks can I milk? I have this jam cocktail I made. That'd probably be good clarified. Jam hot. He would smack his lips to get another spoonful of food. I don't remember that little detail, actually. That's the orange juice version. Yep. Not unsurprisingly to me, the non-orange juice version is better. You've seen Clockwork like 20 times. I've seen it 2 or 3 times at least. Favorite Kubrick film? Do I have a favorite Kubrick film? I mean, I do like The Shining. I like Full Metal Jacket. I could be a real wanker and say my favorite is Doctor Strangelove because I do really like Doctor Strangelove. How I learned to stop Worrying and love the bomb. The Shining. Tell you what, the first time I sat down to watch The Shining beginning to end was not that long ago. Certainly in the last 10 years. And the opening shots of the mountain, the twisty turny mountain road, just fucking blew me away. Like, that was just such an amazing visual. In retrospect, comparatively simple, but it was just amazing. 2001, I like 2001 as well. It's not my favorite. I kind of feel like you were meant to drop acid at the start of 2001, and then it would be kicking in right at the kaleidoscope scene, and you could really see God. I think my top three would probably be Doctor Strangelove, The Shining, and Clockwork Orange. Mind you, I got to rewatch Eyes Wide Shut at some point. It was on TV the other day, and I thought I'm going to watch a bit. And I just watched a bit of it, and like I didn't even get to the masked orgy bit, but just like the interplay between freaking Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise. There's like serious mindfuck stuff going on the whole time. Street sign got fixed today. Which street sign are we talking about, Safa? Oh, by the way, Safa, you're here. I should do the. You've reminded me to do my YouFoods. Because I got the text when I was setting up to make the video. Let's log in, and I'll show you this. Well, next week's. This gets delivered next Friday. Next Friday's YouFoods. Isn't it freaky we're about to go into August? I find it freaky anyway. Time moves way too fast. Okay, so they're going to have shit that I don't want. So let's edit it. Okay, well, what the fuck are you doing to me? Shit I don't want. Yeah, I've got it. Fuck off. I don't want honey mustard chicken. Don't want roast beef gravy. Don't want clean chicken and sweet potato. What's the rest? Dirty chicken? Creamy chicken Kiev. I like that. Roast chicken, I don't want it. Creamy chicken carbonara. That's pretty good. I like that. Roast chicken and gravy. No, I don't want it. Ooh. 2 small bundles. Spag bowl and butter chicken. Goodness, that's new. For an extra $5.99. Chicken carbonara and roast chicken. Man, okay. I find that really weird. That to give you variety, 2 small meals. That's weird. I don't want that. Mediterranean tomato chicken, don't want that. Roast beef and onion gravy, don't want that. Slow cooked lamb. Oh, the fucking, extra protein. Pay more for extra protein. Fuck off. Roast lamb, no. Pork, no. Creamy spinach chicken with penne and parmesan. I mean, that actually sounds kind of good. I don't think I've had that. Beef and chorizo. Oh, God, high protein. Pay more for high protein. I don't want high protein, you fucking yobs. Moroccan chicken and chickpea couscous. That seems new. Chicken in tomato bacon sauce. A winter warmer. I mean, I feel like I have to try that. I don't know that I've ever had that. Chicken in cheesy spinach sauce. Philly beef. I like Philly beef. Philly beef pasta. Let's get a Philly beef pasta. Chicken chorizo. Fusilli. Thai red chicken. I got to pick 3 more. Okay. Butter chicken. Maybe. The butter chicken's okay. Chicken penne. Sun-dried tomato is okay. I'll leave it. There we go. We want American-style chicken. Oh, and Japanese-style chicken. Chicken karaage with edamame. Sriracha. I'm not fucking putting sriracha on my food. Jesus. All right, but I do want the American style chicken and spaghetti bolognese. That's good. I got one to go, so I'm not going to rush into Lebanese chicken shawarma, lasagna. Oof, that's a favorite. Tortellini amatriciana, parmesan. Okay, you don't want to rush into this decision of my final one. Creamy chicken, katsu curry, beef ravioli, crumbed chicken bites with Mexican slaw and salsa verde. Damn. Lots of chicken dishes. Chinese Kung Pao chicken. I had that and it was really bland. Like it wasn't offensive, it was just bland. Then we're in the vegetarian now. Of the bigger ones. I'm not that hungry. What do I want? Crumbs, chicken bites. I really like the shredded beef ravioli. All right. That's my menu. So you send invite. I can send people discounts if you want one. Yes. Continue add-ons. I don't want add-ons. There we go. That's tonight's U-Foods extravaganza. Hannah, your dad had mushroom gnocchi. Brother had smoked brisket. You had fish finger sandwich. That's a whole thing. Steak with truffle fries, sticky toffee. Good Lord, look, this is decadent. This is incredible. And hey, Pat, how are you? Oh, oh my God. It's fucking yummy. And you know, even the version with the orange juice is yummy. Damn. Oh, Super Baby surgery. What's happening in Super Baby world? Did I actually say I said it? Did I say it's a whole thing? I wasn't even. See, it's unconscious when I say it. I am good, thanks, Pat. Safa, I made chicken and mushroom enchiladas, and they were fucking yummy. It was just like cook up some onion and mushroom and garlic and chicken, and he just got enchilada pack from the supermarket. Nothing fancy. So it's like this tomatoey sauce, mix that in, put it in the wraps, cover them in cheese and bacon. Fucking yum. So Hannah, Super Baby surgery booked 2 weeks from today. Only in for 3 weeks, a couple of days in PQ. I hope so. Dr. Abigail got the fatigue as well. God, I was cursing my fatigue today. It's definitely a long COVID thing. Ever since my last bout of COVID, I've just got this consistent fatigue thing. But I think I reckon 99% of people who have any sort of fatigue or long COVID symptoms have it worse than me. I just get this mild thing that just pisses me off. Like I had 4 half-hour meetings in a row over 2 hours today. And so I had to be really focused on different things and switching every half hour. I was just fucking drained after that. So Hannah, the first time 2 weeks in hospital pre-op, week in PQ, 3 weeks in general. Oh, Super Baby has the power, is all I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. Living that 2020 vibe, Hannah. Masks and social distancing. Well, I miss it a bit, honestly. Just keeping away from people, honestly. Oh, nice. We want Super Baby out of hospital before his first birthday. Yes. Oh, Dr. Abigail, waking up with 0 spoons fucking sucks. Couldn't get out of bed, haven't had the energy to make food. Oh, I swear to God, today I felt it and I thought, yeah, you know what? If my mood was down, like if I had even like a hint of depression or anxiety today, I would have been fucked because I was feeling pretty good. I did all this stuff and I felt fatigued, but I really sensed it at one point. I was like, oh my God, if my mental state was off at all today, I'd be fucked. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I could just feel it. It was just under the surface. Pat, movie this week was the remake of I Know What You Did Last Summer. 10 out of 10. You love your horror. Hannah, your long COVID did wonders for your anxiety. Didn't have the energy to be anxious. Nice. Safa, I do have a working car. Thank you. Assume that's you saying you don't. Hannah, a few months later, had a mental breakdown. Maybe you didn't cope as well as you remember. Yeah, maybe. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Waking up and you got to get ready for work. Say hi on the way. I hope you survive work. Dr. Go, oh no, you're using tomorrow's spoons to make a cup of tea. Fucking, that is tough. I had, just the right amount of spoons to make it through the day. And it was going to go to bed, but now you want a cup of tea. I had to finish the day with, I was actually chairing a meeting of one of the work committees. Normally my boss does it, but she was busy and asked me to do it. So I did. And it was weird. That actually invigorated me a bit, having to run this meeting and a bunch of presentations. But Jesus Christ, the 4 half-hour meetings fucked me. Mrs. Angry hasn't had the long COVID thing. It was just me. I also think she's had COVID 1 less times than me. And local botanic gardens, nice. We are meant to get like 17, 18 degrees this weekend. What are they saying? Because it has been changing a bit. What are we saying, Bureau? Oh no, wait. Saturday down, but Sunday up. But no rain. Up to 19 on Sunday and Monday. So it's just, you're just getting the hint like, yeah, you're just going to get the first tiny indications of spring. We'll be getting days in the 20s soon. And call this tits where you are. Oh God, we have had some low overnights. Probably from the sounds of it, not as low as where you are, Hannah, but we've been getting 2 to 4 degrees overnight, which is quite cold for us. But yeah, this weekend should be interesting. Oh yeah, forget you're a Queenslander. It probably wasn't even that cold. It's just you're a Queenslander. Like people in Darwin freak out if the maximum is under 20. They feel like it's a new ice age. Yes, a lot of the country areas get sub-zero in winter, definitely. 8 degrees overnight. For a Queenslander, I understand that being really cold. Like, no shade. I really get what you're saying. That's the thing. The Queenslanders, open plan, designed to be cool. So when it gets colder, you really feel it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I absolutely understand. No mockery or anything. It's just like, I absolutely understand. That would be very cold. It's kind of like when people in England freak out. It was 27, 28. They go, oh, it's the heat wave. And we laugh. But their homes and their facilities aren't geared for that. So like if they, God forbid, hit 30s, that's unbearable. Safa, my heater decided to fix itself. It's having the worst sort of problems, as in anyone who works in IT will tell you, the worst sort of problems are intermittent problems that don't seem to have a definable cause. Doesn't happen all the time. Oh, hopefully you've been doing stuff in the shop still? Wish. And you're only warm if you're directly in front of the heater. I get it. Ooh, okay. Home for the Elderly has a movie suggestion. It's called Locked. I'm not familiar with that. And hello, Celtic. Luke, hello. You're from England. It's going to hit 30 next week. Oh, God. I was just saying, dude, I completely understand. Neither your constitution nor your buildings are made to accommodate that. Dr. Abigail, intermittent IT problems go on your presence. I've got to get motivated to freaking get out and about. Maybe drop off my laptop to you this weekend to see if you can fix it. Luke, you're at a festival sleeping in a tent. Oh, God, that could be really tough. And you're wearing shorts and a hoodie like a true Queenslander. Nice. And Sovereign. Okay. Home for the elderly. What is Locked? Tell me about Locked first. Your first suggestion. When did that come out? Who's in it? What's it about? Inquiring minds want to know. Frickin' yum. Oh, I think I need to make a version of the Malteser cocktail without citrus. Locked is Bill Skarsgård and Anthony Hopkins. It's an interesting pairing. What's the basic synopsis of Locked? Because I'm completely unfamiliar with it. When did it come out? Oh, look. What does interwebs say about it? Oh, I saw a trailer for that. Yes. Yeah. That looked really bad. Okay, so you liked it. It's interesting. It is not particularly well reviewed critically. Not that that means shit, honestly. Yep. Celtic, time off for a cold. Yeah, I remember. I looked up the picture for Locked, and I straight away went, "Oh, I saw the trailer for that. That looks like a Pat movie, honestly." And what does the internet say about Sovereign? Well, that looks like an action film. Inspired by true events. Crime thriller. Oh, that's a white supremacist one. Nick Offerman leading a white supremacist cult, yeah? Again, saw the trailer for it. Looks hella fucked up in a good way. Sovereign citizen. Nutcases. Nice. Talking about neighbors have been fighting, massive noises all day. Called the cops. They told the cops to fuck off. Oh my God. Oh God. That's always unpleasant to have that sort of thing inflicted on you. I've been watching a streaming series called Revival, which is apparently based on a comic, but I've never heard of it. And the short version is in a small town near the US-Canadian border, like Minnesota, somewhere like that, the sort of area where Fargo is set. Revival Day, people who had died in the last couple of weeks come back to life, but they're not like zombies. They're not, but they are different. No, I won't go into any other details, but it's really interesting. People in the small town trying to cope with these people who've come back from the dead and what the fuck is going on. Raise, what's up? Or a movie for Patty, Until Dawn, horror movie that does the Groundhog Day thing. Each day they get weaker. Okay. I think Pat just likes everything friggin' horror. Oh, yeah, I started watching Untamed on Netflix. It's pretty good. So, yeah, because we needed something new to watch. I thought, oh, everyone's talking about Untamed. I'm going to watch that. And it's pretty good. Oh, yeah, Dr. Abigail. I know what you're talking about. The Australian thing with people coming back. Oh, fucking Revival. No, okay, so Revival is based on a comic. Maybe the Australian one was based on the same comic, or maybe it's just a coincidence. Yes, I've heard super good things about the Australian one where people in a town come back to life, but they're not zombies. And I think that's on Netflix too. What was the video game for PlayStation, Safa? I feel like I'm missing out on stuff. Okay, so Until Dawn is a PlayStation game. Oh, the movie's officially made by PlayStation. There you go. There you go. But we do have a lot of video game adaptation movies. And bizarrely, the most commercially successful by a long way is the Minecraft movie. Holy shit, the success of the Minecraft movie is just going to make Hollywood people make some really fucking stupid decisions. And they just already make really stupid decisions. But the success of a zero depth concept like the Minecraft movie is just going to make them do some stupid shit. Ray's new Mortal Kombat coming. Hell yes. Fuck yeah. Lots of potential in the new Mortal Kombat movie. The Borderland movie is kind of terrible. Like, I don't know what it's made for, because they didn't do stuff that would interest people who like the game, and I don't think like they did much for people who don't like the game. Thanks, Kelsic. This is one of the older ones. This one usually gets a lot of comments, actually, all the little glasses. Well, as I was mentioning in the stream the other night, because I saw the trailer for Mortal Kombat, Carl Urban playing an older Johnny Cage, and wow, they stuck a lot of fan service in the trailer, so there's probably even more in the movie. But most importantly, like, there's all the stuff like, there's this really banging sort of rap soundtrack, and it's building up and up with all the fight scenes, and then the final thing right in the trailer is the scream, Mortal Kombat. I went, yes, you guys, that was where you fucking slipped on the last Mortal Kombat movie that came out a few years ago, which was not bad at all, honestly. It's just kind of sad you didn't have a theme song where someone just kept screaming, Mortal Kombat. Apparently, they've done it in this one. I'm like, yes, okay. The Mortal Kombat scream in the soundtrack, I'm all in. But yeah, that little thing with Scorpion going, get over here. It looks like fun. It looks like it's going to be super fucking graphic. Like, they've done the really graphic fatalities from the game, slicing people in half and pulling their skeleton out and shit like that. So I'll definitely be watching it. Got to admit, probably on Home for the Elderly's Plex. Nintendo Lunchbox, Leroy Jenkins. One of my favorite bits of internet lore. Leroy Jenkins. Home Field. Oh, yes, the 95 Mortal Kombat movie. Yes. When they scream, Mortal Kombat! Gives you goosebumps. It's fucking good. Oh, Safa, I played the literal original Mortal Kombat arcade game, as well as, Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, whatever. But I absolutely played the original arcade version of Mortal Kombat. And Happy Lady's got new internet NBN plan. Nice. Gotta love. I hope it means you got like faster speeds and whatnot. Maybe mine does too. From 50 MIPS to 80. 80 to 100 for $65. Nice. But I still tell you, the way they fucking artificially throttle our internet shits me. Is that one time I worked at Melbourne University, and because Melbourne University is one of Australia's nodes for the internet, the fucking speeds on campus were like 10 times higher than you can get on any commercial plan. Hello, Lisa on the Twitch. How are you doing? Oh yes, Nintendo Lunchbox. The old thing of needing the code to get the gruesome deaths in Mortal Kombat. So you were paying 18.65. Well, that seems pretty good. Safa, why does upload suck in Australia? Because our internet service providers suck? I don't know. Lisa, you're doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Nice to hear. What was the? I was trying to think. What was the one Jean-Claude Van Damme was in? That was Street Fighter. Bloody Raul Julia's last screen role as the bad guy, M. Bison. A somewhat ignoble end to a fantastic career. And Raul Julia died unexpectedly. Lisa, I was recording some video earlier in the stream for my cocktail channel, actually. I mean, Ray, Street Fighter was funny because it had Kylie Minogue in it as a martial artist. My God. Yes, that's the reason uploads shit home for the elderly. They don't want people sharing a Plex server in 4K. Oh, Lisa, I have uploads scheduled on my cocktail channel for the next several months. I've slowed down a bit to plan more, and I'm maybe going to do a soft relaunch of my cocktail channel. Oh, Ray's Enter the Dragon was great. Although I have to admit, there was a spoof movie. I don't know which one it was. I can't remember. But it was a really funny one because there's that famous scene where the bad guy had the claw thing and he's raked Bruce Lee across the chest. And after Bruce gets raked, he goes, "Wah!" Like he's really going to fuck him up now. And there was a spoof movie where the martial arts guy, the bad guy, and he gets raked across the chest and he does the Bruce Lee thing of, "Wah!" And then the bad guy just rakes him again. And he looks down and he's like, "Fuck!" And he's, "Wah!" Fun visual joke. I don't think I made it sound very funny by just saying it. In my defense, it's a visual joke. So, oh, was it the Kentucky Fried Movie? Holy shit. Good memory, Home for the Elderly. What did they, because that was the longest bit in the Kentucky Fried Movie, yeah? I friggin' loved Kentucky Fried Movie. God, that was one of the big hits in the early days of home video. It was friggin' huge. Yeah. So the martial art thing, it had a name. What was the name of the martial arts movie? I think it was a play on A Fistful of Dollars. I can't remember though. But just the little sketches in Kentucky Fried Movie were very funny. And then there were a couple that tried to knock that off that were okay. Weren't as funny as Kentucky Fried Movie though. Holy shit. That's it, Fistful of Yen. Yeah, it was literally just called The Fistful of Yen. I was going in my head, was it called The Fistful of Yen? But it was called The Fistful of Yen. Oh God. Which again, even just thinking of the spaghetti westerns, and some of the spaghetti westerns were really good. Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, The Good, Bad, the Ugly, a few Sergio Leone movies. Personal favorite, Duck You Sucker, sometimes marketed as A Fistful of Dynamite. Oh God, the feel around bit in Kentucky Fried Movie. Watching, yeah, for those about it was the full movie experience where someone stands behind you, where you're in your seat, and they do things to you. Like if someone's getting hit in the movie, they hit you and whatnot. It's very silly. I haven't. I probably have not watched Kentucky Fried Movie in 40 years. I'm fucking old. But goddamn, it was funny. Hired that from video shops multiple times. God damn, that's some good shit. Oh, wait a minute. I've got my unclarified thing. Yeah, that's right. That was an early John Landis work, wasn't it? Hey, Lisa, you're going to ask something? What's happening, Lisa? What you going to ask? Always pleased if someone's going to ask something and I'll answer. Safa, on 3rd December 1992, the first text message was sent saying, Merry Christmas. There you go. No, I did not send room pictures. Damn it. I got to remember to do that because I have them. So if you could use a whiskey, this is my spiced liqueur. This is a blend of whiskey, brandy, rum, and my spiced apple brown sugar syrup. Oh, yes. No. Okay. So I didn't label the booze because I thought it was straightforward. The dark one is the spiced one, which is mostly brandy, but a little bit of whiskey. And the gin one is no, that's this year's orange liqueur. Sorry, that's not gin. That's this year's blood orange liqueur. I made a new batch of blood orange liqueur and got a lot of it. And then I wasn't going to strain it, but it overfilled my skull decanter. It looked really good in the skull decanter, but then the stuff in the second bottle had a sort of, I don't know, impurities, scummy thing, and I filtered it, and it came out so good. Then I filtered the stuff in the skull. Look at that. That just looks so good. Homemade blood orange liqueur. Absolutely natural coloring. Lisa, I'll try and remember to send it. I know I said I'd do it. I'm a bad, bad boy. Oh, you liked the like citrusy gin liqueur? Nice. Can absolutely do that. I'm just gonna go find it. Look, just for fun, I'm gonna find it. I'm sure it's just over here. Where can I find it? Is it on the gin shelf or is it in the forbidden cupboard of mystery? I think it's in the forbidden cupboard of mystery. Where's it? Oh, and I got my coconut rum too. Made a new batch of coconut rum. Oh, and I got a big thing of barrel-aged old-fashioned. Might try milk clarifying that as well. The Ned whiskey. God, I was thinking of buying some special rums from Nick's because they're kind of hard to get. Like, did I put it here? At some point, I'll work out where I put that citrus gin liqueur. This is really weird that I can't just see it. It's very strange. I just can't see it. This is so weird. I got my Lily Pilly gin there. Oh wait, did I put? Okay. No, that's my orange liqueur. Did I put it in here? Oh, I did too. Oh yeah, I got heaps of it. All right. I'm just confirming I have heaps of it. Plus, I can always make more. All right. It just took me a while to remember where I put it. It's not so much lost as I didn't know where it was, which, yes, admittedly, is dictionary definition of lost. Wait, what's the time? I should have mineral water. Incidentally, kids, my favourite mineral water, half price at Woolies this week. So I got myself a backup of my favourite lime lemon flavour. Because we don't want to run out of my favourite. It is date night on Saturday night this week. Oops, that's not the glass I want to put it in. God, get your act together, son. Ooh, you made a shirt on Discord. Okay, I need to check that out. Well, you made a shirt. Put it on Discord. Where are we? In general, near spicy. Ah! Oh, God. I know that Miracle Pictures. If it's a good picture, it's a miracle. What's that from? I friggin' know that, and I can't quite remember. Oh, God, I just saw that you posted just after 8. Oh, you're not streaming tonight. She didn't get a notification. Okay, Lisa, I will try to remember to send you a picture tomorrow, okay? It is. It's if you know, you know. I'm sure I know, and I can't quite remember. Trying to be responsible and drinking some mineral water because it keeps me going. All this talking dries my throat out. I need some esophageal lubrication. Joe Dante movie called Hollywood Boulevard. Joe Dante snuck it into a bunch of his films. So did Ellen Arkish. Joe, what was Joe Dante's favorite line? I'll see you next Tuesday, or was it next Wednesday? I know. Lisa, judge me. Judge me harshly, Lisa. I said that. But because you did message me on Discord. I should see that tomorrow after everything. Oh, Dr. Abigail, have you been getting comment censorship? Yeah, and they're getting a bit more full on with it too. Trying to work out what will pass YouTube and what won't can be a real challenge. That's it. See you next Wednesday. That might have... Oh, was it John Landis? Sorry, I'm mixing up John Landis and Joe Dante. But yeah, John Landis worked that into all or most of his movies some reference to "See you next Wednesday," even if it was just a poster for a movie or someone said it. Of course, I prefer "See you next Tuesday." See, that's funny, Celtic. You write "fuck your censorship, YouTube," and that comes through. It's absolutely surreal what can get blocked on YouTube. It's very, very weird. The Rhyme for Reason. John Landis come to Universal Studio. Ask for Babs. Okay, now here's the weirdest thing I noticed. The Doctor in Star Trek Strange New Worlds, his first name is Babs, which is friggin' awesome. I bet Babs is not on his birth certificate. I'd like to know what's on his birth certificate. In fact, now I'm going to look it up. Babs. He's Nigerian. Babs Olusanmokun. Olusanmokun. Babs Olusanmokun. Okay, see, 5 syllables, you're getting extravagant with a surname. 3 syllables should be enough for him. That's right, he was in June as well. Plays Joseph Mbenga in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. See if they give his full name. Okay, his Wikipedia entry has almost no details. Born in Lagos, Nigeria. Fluent in English, French, Yoruba, and Portuguese. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt champion. I just want to know, is Babs, is that on his birth certificate? What does IMDb say about him? Where's the biography? No, they're just saying that's his name, Babs, which I fucking love, honestly, that his name is Babs. Ooh, you've got a Home for the Elderly coffee mug. Nice. Oh, geez, dude, I was so into making your own shit. I did shirts, I did cards, fridge magnets. What was the main site I used? Oh God, I still get junk mail from them because I never unsubscribed, even though I haven't used them in years. Maybe, although did I just recently unsubscribe because I realized I was never gonna use them again. Okay, all my notifications from Twitch. Like I legit think I just unsubscribed from a bunch of things that I'd been on for ages because I just went, fuck it. I am not using this site again. An Australian site for clothing, Redbubble, I quite liked it. Is Baz. Well, Baz Luhrmann would probably say he's not a bogan, but Baz is your Ocker contraction of Barry. Oh yeah, I definitely want to see it. Discord, where are we? Oh, nice Home for the Old 2 sides, and you've got the turtle on its back with a laser disc, of which I've got the fridge magnet you sent me, which I like. It's all good in the hood. I wonder if it shows up. I think which one is this? Oh, that is super interesting. Yep, I legit think I might have unsubscribed from the make things. And because I've had a couple drinks, I can't remember anything. I can't remember anything. It's all too much, man. So have you been getting a lot of CDs this week? Oh well. Always appreciate when you've got a haul and you share them. Max Sharam, Million Year Girl. I remember Max Sharam. Can't remember any details of Max Sharam. I just remember the existence of Max Sharam. Her big hit was Coma. Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar. And I bet if I played the song, I'd recognize it instantly. It's kind of like everyone's saying with the Triple J hottest 100 songs of all times. And the Veronica's getting number 3, and quite a lot of people going, "What the fuck?" And I was definitely surprising him. Really, I thought I don't even know the track. I need to go listen to it. And I listened to it, and I still don't like it. Fine pop song. There is just some weird, fucking massive Veronica's fan group out there, and that's cool. Sure. You think it's a gay anthem? Okay, well that would make sense. The gays are going to come out and vote. Yeah, I played it, and it's a fine. I could see it being a big nightclub song, but I didn't fucking recognize it at all. Oh yeah, the Veronicas were hotties, so perfectly legit to have a crush on them when you were a teenager. Are they actually sisters? I think so, but I genuinely don't know. Not that deep in Veronica's lore, so I couldn't give you a really solid answer to that. I'll just go with I think they are, but I don't really know. Maybe, maybe not. That's that's the depth of my answer to are the Veronicas really sisters? One thing you liked about Top 100, obviously Suede. Yeah, I'm with you. The younguns got their votes in for the hottest 100. Fuck old people, man. Fuck old people saying, no, music was better when I was young. No. It's like, no. I was really worried that old people would just completely dominate it. And yeah, the big ones. Okay. Yeah, God, now I'm just compelled to look it up again. So like, number 1, the In Excess song is like 80s, so that's old people. Nosebleed section, number 2, Hilltop Hoods, that's 90s, I think. Then the Veronicas. Missy Higgins, that was a great result for Missy Higgins. Scar getting number 4, I like that. Crowded House getting number 5, Don't Dream It's Over. Powderfinger, My Happiness, it's great. Cold Chisel getting 2 in the top 10. Flame Trees at number 7 and Kaysan at number 8. Great bogan rock anthems from the 80s. How to Make Gravy. Paul Kelly, that was obviously going to come in quite high. Number 10, Gautier, someone that I used to know. Number 10. So I don't even know when that Veronica song came out, but none of the top 10 are recent. They go back to at least the noughties, I think. Then the Temp Trap, the Angels, Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again? Thunderstruck, Akadaka, more Powderfinger these days. John, it's interesting. A couple of real mainstream ones did well, like John Farnham, You're the Voice, and Rufus Del Sol. Silverchair Tomorrow being the biggest silver one. Like, okay, that was Tomorrow was their huge breakthrough when they were all 16 or whatever. Oh God, they wrote so many better songs than that as they went along. Beds Are Burning, Midnight Oil, Less I Know the Better, Tame Impala, that's a good song. Big Jet Play in Angus Julius Stone, that was number one on the Hottest 100 the year it came out. Men at Work Down Under, another Paul Kelly, To Her Door at 22. Incidentally, Paul Kelly has said it's about the same character who's in How to Make Gravy. Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl? That's a fun track. Walking on the Dream, Empire of the Sun, Hunter. I was really surprised Throw Your Arms Around Me didn't come in higher. It's 25. Flume at 26. Kylie, Can't Get You Out of My Head, 27. I still prefer Confide in Me in terms of Kylie songs. See, Straight Lines, Silver Chair. I reckon that's just such a better song than Tomorrow. Under the Milky Way, The Church, 29. Again, another weird mainstream one. Daryl Braithwaite, The Horses at 30. Highway to Hell, that's 70s. Torn, Natalie Imbruglia, 90s. Augie March, I think that's noughties. I'd love to see that just broken down instead of the song titles. Just say what year they are. Yeah, I agree with you. Hopefully, Flame Trees was not a big hit when it was released, but it's got staying power. I would definitely like to see the Hottest 100. Someone just summarize it just with the year the song came out, just to see which years dominated. Saying the top 10 were in modern movies or TikTok. It's so funny when something gets big on TikTok, actually. We got Treaty at 36. More Akadaka, Back in Black, 37. It's very funny. Like the Brian Johnson Akadaka ranks higher than Bon Scott Akadaka. More Crowded House, Better Be Home Soon. Australian Crawl, Reckless. It's definitely the best Australian Crawl song. Violent Soho, The Living End, Gang of Youths. Wolf Mother fucking suck. Fuck, I fucking hate Wolf Mother. Oh yeah, I reckon Into My Arms is the best Nick Cave song. That's 44. I got Eagle Rock, 45. What a hoot. That's old people. Bad Graders at 46. Goanna, that's another 80s one. Solid rock. Riptide, more recent. Vance Joy, 48. Ballpark Music, a recent one, 49. Another 80s one. Hunters and Collectors, Holy Grail at 50. Matt Corby at 51. Another recent one. Missy Higgins. 2 in the top 100 for Missy Higgins. Good on her. Thelma Plum, Better in Black. Yeah, that's maybe Thelma Plum's best song. Divinals, I Touch Myself at 54. Another 80s one. Presets, I think that's Naughties, My People. Fucking Jimmy Barnes, Working Class Man. Fuck, I hate that song. Sorry. Wish You Well, Bernard Fanning. I think that's Naughties. Avalanches, Frontier Psychiatrists, Naughties. Need You Tonight, In Excess. That's 80s. Gang of Youths. God, that might even be the last 10 years. I'm not sure. Chet Faker might be the last 10 years. Sticky Fingers, Pack of Shitheads. Red Gum, I was only 19 at 63. 80s again. Hilltop Hoods, another entry for them. Cosby Sweater, relatively recent. Last 10 years, I think. Ocean Alley, Confidence, I think his last 10 years. Power and the Passion, 80s. Regurgitator, I think that's 90s. Grinspoon, Chemical Heart, I think that's 90s or maybe noughties. Crowded House again, more 80s. Powderfinger, I think that's maybe noughties. Jimmy Ricard, Draft, I think that's Last 10 or 15 years. Oh, Freak. I fucking love Freak by Silverchair. 3 for Silverchair in there. 72. Hilltop Woods, 1955. Yeah, well, that's the last 15 years, 10 or 15 years. The Waifs, London Still, that's 80s. Church is 80s. Another Veronica's one at 76, Forever. We Are Killing Heidi. I think that's either late 80s or early 90s. Eskimo Joe, Black Fingernails, Red Wine. That's sometime in the last 20 years. Cat Empire, Hello. I think that's the last 20 years as well. Empire of the Sun, I think, is the last 10 years. UMI, I think, is noughties. Peking Duck High. That's maybe the last 10 years. Cigarettes Will Kill You, Ben Lee. That's either late 80s or early 90s. Go-Betweens, Streets of Your Town. That's 80s. DMA's Delete. I think that's the last 10 years. Gautier Hut's A Mess. I think that was noughties. That was quite a while ago. Gang of Youth's Deepest Sighs. I think that was the last 10 years. Chateau. Another Angus and Julia Stone. I think that was the last 10 years, maybe slightly longer. Amyl and the Sniffers at 89. That's a relatively recent one. Black Betty by Spiderbait. I think that was 90s, maybe noughties. No Aphrodisiac by the Whitlams. Friggin' awesome song. 80s, I think, maybe 90s. Electric Blue by Icehouse. That's a kind of shit one. That's 80s. Since I Left You, I think that's noughties by the Avalanches. Maybe 90s, actually. Can't remember how long ago that album came out. Claire de Lune, Flight Facilities. I think that's relatively recent, last 10 or so years. Calypso by Spiderbait, I think is 90s or maybe noughties. Oh, and then we've got 70s. Evie by Stevie Wright at 96. 70s gets a looks in. Savage Garden. I never really liked Savage Garden. That's 80s. Red Right Hand. Good Nick Cave song from either late 80s, early 90s. Blue Sky Mine, late 80s or early 90s. Screaming Jets, but was never into Screaming Jets. That's another 80s one. You got 8 or 9 of the Hottest 100 CDs compilation. They're really, the Hottest 100 ones are really good sort of historical documents. I feel you love Savage Garden's first album. That's cool. So for the annual Hottest 100 started in the early 90s. And in fact, I think the first 2 Hottest 100s were the Hottest 100 of all time. And then they just went, oh, let's do it the Hottest 100 of the last year. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they started doing the Hottest 100 in the early 90s. But yeah, I reckon they're great historical documents. This is what the young folk were into at this point in history. And you get really interesting changes. Like sometimes novelty songs do really well. And sometimes really heartfelt songs do really well. Sometimes pop songs do really well. Sometimes rock songs do really well. It's interesting to have that historical record, I think. But yeah, you know, it was interesting the amount of hype this Hottest 100 got. So really, I'm correct. First one was 1990, all time. Yes, Love Will Tear Us Apart. And that's when old people, as in my generation, were still having a heavy impact. My generation, Gen X, Love Will Tear Us Apart was an absolutely pivotal song. For millennials, like for younger Gen X and older millennials, Smells Like Teen Spirit was the equivalent. So yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit won, and it had actually come out that year in 91. Then they said do the best of the year. Ray's, I think Home for the Elderly is looking this up, so I'm going to trust him that Smells Like Teen Spirit was 91. Yes, well, see, "Asshole" by Dennis Leary winning. That's what I mean, that sometimes novelty songs did really well. Uh, but, yeah, it's come up, like, generationally. It's kinda like best song for Gen X was "Love Will Tear Us Apart," uh, and for younger Gen X and older millennials, it was "Smells Like Teen Spirit." I feel that you reckon the best CDs all came out in '91. Metallica's Black Album, Pearl Jam 10, Chili Peppers Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Faith No More Angel Dust. That's, yeah, particularly for people who like the rock music. Those are all good albums. Oh, Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger. Yeah. Very big for the people who liked the rock music. Music with rocks in it. Ugh. Was that also that where Alice in Chains released their big album, or was that later? And later, you all have a Guns N' Roses. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, yes. Was not into Guns N' Roses myself, but I see the appeal, and I do remember them being very popular. So, Use Your Illusion, You Should Be Mine was on Use Your Illusion, wasn't it? That was a huge hit. And I absolutely see why it was a huge hit, real banger. Good stuff. I thought you were 12 in 91. Yeah, baby. Okay, yeah, You Could Be Mine was Use Your Illusion too. I thought it was. Thought those two coincided. Not sure if that was Guns N' Roses, but they had so many hits though. Hope they all invested their money wisely and they have a comfortable retirement. Love that Axl Rose turned into a big chunky boy like me. Happens to the best of us, Axel. Last proper Queen album. Innuendo, your favorite. When you say proper Queen now, see, I've lost track of time. Was Freddie Mercury still alive in 91? I don't even know that album. Innuendo. Queen. Okay. What was the track listing? Innuendo, Can't Live With You, These Days, The Hitman, Going Slightly Mad, Ride the Wind, Delilah, Bijou, Headlong, August. I don't know any of those songs. 14th studio album by Queen. Oh god, I love this summary on Google. Says the genre is hard rock. Yes, Queen were hard rock. That is definitely true. Fuck's sake. Calling Queen hard rock. Seriously? So Freddie died in 91, recorded Innuendo while he was dying. Start to finish CD, rare for Queen. There you go. See, I'm not a huge Queen fan. My sister was the hugest Queen fan. I did get to see them live at the Sydney Entertainment Centre with Freddie Mercury. That was probably late 80s. Fucking good show. So Innuendo title track is in depth to give Bohemian Rhapsody a run for its money. Nice. Tell you what, there was a funny thing in the movie, the Queen biopic, We Were Rocky, which was extremely ahistorical. I found that really weird that the surviving members of Queen were like consultants on that film, and yet it was full of things that didn't happen, and they just went, "Yeah, do it, whatever." Uh, that's just funny to me. But there's a thing where they recorded Bohemian Rhapsody, and then on screen it shows reviews for it, which were really negative, like really overblown and decadent and self-indulgent. And I swear to God, every negative review they put on screen was 100% accurate, but people liked it anyway. Have you wish you lived in a timeline where Sacha Baron Cohen was doing his Freddie Mercury movie? Oh my God. Oof, that's wild. I know the editing of the Queen movie makes editing nerds really angry. No, I didn't know that Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to do a Freddie Mercury movie. But yes, the the quite significant amount of things in that Queen movie that didn't happen really freaked me out. So, okay, Sacha Baron Cohen was going to make a ball to the wall Freddie Mercury movie talking about he fucked up. Oh, how fucked up his parties were. Queen stopped it. I remember watching this doco about Queen, the whole thing, and one of the people they interviewed was a roadie. And he was going like, okay, so I was a roadie. I worked with them all, man. It was like Led Zeppelin and da-da-da. And I went to all their after parties and it's fucking wild stuff. But I swear to God, Freddie Mercury's parties, I'm going to hell just for things I saw at Freddie Mercury's parties. Which I thought was hilarious. This really hard-bitten ex-roadie who worked for all the 70s heavy metal bands. Oh, oh man, the drugs, the sex, the whatnot. But Freddie Mercury's parties, oh my God. It was so good. So I like it. The idea of Queen stopping him making a Freddie Mercury movie. But in their own movie that they endorsed, it was just full of stuff that didn't happen. And I just found that so weird when I read, and it's like, oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this that didn't happen. Oh, Safa. Yeah, no, the entertainment center was packed to the fucking rafters. And I was in a really shit seat, and it was still a really good show. The support act was an Australian band, sort of gay disco band, Flotsam Jetsam. I have a bunch of their records. They did really good pop music, and they didn't get like any, like Queen just had just an over the top light show and everything. And they didn't really get to use anything extravagant with the lighting because big bands don't want to get upstaged by anyone thing. But the lead singer of Flotsam Jetsam did this really clever thing. He had a disco mirror ball. And because he had a spotlight at one point, and they had a thing where they agreed where he'd just have a spotlight and there weren't many other lights on, and he held up the disco mirror ball and spun it. And just in an arena the size of the Sydney Entertainment Centre, the reflections from the mirror ball, it was a really cool effect. Nice. Home for the Elderly. Okay, for those who don't know, I sent Home for the Elderly a book that I got in. It was actually really cheap, but it's really good. It's like from a really influential cocktail person. What's it called? Drinking Distilled. It's basically this guy's book on, how to be a responsible and sophisticated drinker. And I thought it was a great book. So yeah, I actually sent it to home for the elderly. Do you? Oh God! Oh, Safi, you remember my story? I didn't pay for the ticket. Actually, I don't remember if my sister made me pay her for the ticket, but her boyfriend wouldn't go, and she didn't want to go alone, so I went with her. Yeah, it's personalized, easy read, and just from a guy who's one of the most influential people in the cocktail world in the last 20 years. And he's just telling honest stories. And he's literally saying, this is how to drink. This is how to drink and not be a fucking jerk. That's one of my favorite bits of it. It's got etiquette in it, and it's just like, this is how to not be a fucking jerk. And a big one he says is, do not go to the bartender and say, I want to buy a drink for that woman who doesn't know me at the other end of the bar. He's just like, don't do it. Just don't. Yes, and he also says don't be a dick to people who don't want to drink. Yeah. Um, pet hate, someone who harasses someone who doesn't want to drink alcohol, whether that's a permanent thing or just an on the night thing. If someone says they don't want to drink, they don't owe you a fucking explanation. Don't ever give shit to someone who doesn't want to drink. Like they may have chosen to go sober because they had a problem with alcohol. It may be a religious thing. It may be a lifelong religious thing, maybe a born again religious thing. It may just be a health thing. They recognize drinking alcohol is bad for you and they don't want to do it. But whatever their fucking reason is, it's their business. Shut the fuck up. Don't even pressure. Don't ask them why. If someone says they're not drinking, don't say why. Just go, okay, and encourage them. You know, it's kind of like when Mrs. Angry's lad had some friends over, and he asked, "Oh, could you make cocktails for people?" I was like, "Of course I will." And so it's like making cocktails for people. But there was one person who wasn't drinking, and I don't know if they're a permanent non-drinker uh, or it was just at that point they weren't drinking. And they're like, "Oh, I'm not drinking," and they were just like they'd have a Pepsi Max or something. I went, "No, no, 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 you deserve a special drink." So I really went in and searched through my syrups and whatnot, and brought together something that was had some great flavors in it, and shook it up with ice and served it in a nice glass and said, "You deserve a nice drink too." Yeah, that's my thing. As we all know, Home for the Elderly, don't be a dick about what people are drinking. We all know I think vodka's bullshit. But if someone wants to drink vodka, that's fine. If they want to ask me why I think vodka's bullshit, I'll tell them. But yeah. Yeah, Home for the Elderly. I literally didn't want to feel the non-drinker to feel left out. So I made a mocktail that I put a bit of effort into. Just because, like, no, you deserve a special drink. I'm not going to ignore you because you're not drinking alcohol. Oh, yeah, the punch question, Safa, depends who you ask. There's no strict definition of punch. Actually, in tropical drink terms, there's actually a recipe for like Caribbean alcoholic punches. Oh, I don't remember what it is. But there's a thing about some parts strong, some parts sweet, some parts weak, and whatnot. But again, punch, you just put different, if you just get a bowl and put different fruit juices in it, maybe some lemonade, and that's a punch and it's non alcoholic. But there is an actual recipe for boozy Caribbean punch. Yeah, I agree. Vodka is drinking to be drunk. Not necessarily poor people. There are expensive vodkas, Safa. Um, But it's like, yeah, I don't want an alcohol taste, particularly if you're mixing it so you don't taste the alcohol. Kelsey, do I have videos on how to make non-alcoholic versions? I have a few mocktail videos on my channel. Not a huge amount, but I definitely have some. Um, yeah, my view of vodka is it's an alcohol delivery service. In the bad sense, it's literally like, I'm drinking to get drunk and I don't want to taste anything. You just have it with soda or fruit juices or what the fuck ever. And you don't, if it's not a nasty vodka, you don't taste it. I don't think that's very positive. But some cocktail bars will construct really complex and subtle flavor base. And they go, and I'm going to use vodka for the alcohol part because vodka is not going to fight with any of these flavors that I've pulled together. So I come back to vodka as an alcohol delivery service. The book says booze in Europe has a lot more sociality attached to it. Drink with dinner. Booze is more attached to partying. Yeah. Whereas, like me and Mrs. Angry, it's like date night. We do dinner and cocktails. And yes, partying booze cultures have much bigger issue with binge drinking. So is vodka cheaper than beer? That is not a straightforward question. Saying in terms of the equivalent measures of alcohol, is it cheap? And what's vodka? Vodka ranges from $40 to $200. Yeah, Cosmic, that's it. Vodka's to get drunk. You want to taste it? Okay, you know what? We're going to go Dan's, and we'll go beer and a vodka. In terms of how drunk you get. Okay, let's get a case of beer. Fuck off, Dan's, with your fucking pop-ups. Beer brands. What are we going to fucking do here? Look. Okay. Forex. What is this? 30 cans of Forex for $60. Okay. Okay, so each can is one standard drink. So for $60 of beer, you're getting 30 standard drinks. So that's $2 for a standard drink. Okay. $2 for a standard drink. Let's go vodka. And we're not... Okay. For fun, let's go with their cheapest vodka. We'll sort it by lowest price. Where are we? Okay, so the cheapest vodka is a Polish one. I've had this one. It's okay. Polyakov, 500 mils for $35. Ruskov, 700 mils for $43. Smirnoff, half size for $35. Let's go mid-range. Rivka, 700 mils for $35. That's gonna be some nasty fucking shit. I'm just gonna come out and say it. 700 mils for $35 is gonna be fucking paint stripper. Okay, vodka zero. I'm gonna go with that. Vodka zero is actually a decent vodka. It's an Australian vodka. It's got a nice clean taste. $45 for 700 mils. How many standard drinks are in that? 21 standard drinks. So again, that's about $2 for a standard drink. Okay, so I'm going to say, so if we're going, is vodka cheap and beer? If we're talking about measures of alcohol, a decent vodka and a decent beer are about the same price per standard drink. Now, of course, there's much less volume in the vodka, so it's easier to drink more of it. Now, you definitely get cheaper beers. You definitely get more expensive beers. You definitely get cheaper vodka, and you definitely get more expensive vodka. But I reckon mid-range beer and vodka is about the same price per standard drink, which is namely $2 per standard drink. So if you've never heard of that vodka before, I mean, I got it from Dan's once just because it was on special. And it's a good, clean vodka. Like you get, particularly the cheaper vodkas, are nasty as fuck. They taste like nail polish remover. And even some of the mid-range ones, like I think Smirnoff is fucking nasty. You get to some of the okay. Now I just want to go on this whole sort of vodka thing. Going back into Dan's vodka selection. I had a few vodkas. Okay. Belvedere is okay. It's a little bit expensive. Smirnoff, I think, is fucking nasty, quite honestly. Absolute. That's the one I was trying to think of. Absolute is okay. I don't really like it. I think Smirnoff is nasty. I don't think I've ever had this Rivka, which is $35 for 700 mils. Like Smirnoff 700 mils is, over 45. So that's noticeably more expensive. Grey Goose, I think, is overhyped. Over $70 for 700 mils. I have definitely had this Polish one, Polyakov, which is relatively cheap. There's Vodka Zero, which is Australian, which is about 60 odd bucks for a litre. That's a good clean vodka. And I do like the Crystal Head vodka, which I admit I got just for the Skull decanter. And Crystal Head is like over $100 for 700 mils. But I bought 2 bottles and they were on special and they were really marked down. And it was probably about $10 more than other comparable vodkas. And I thought the decanter was worth $10. Madam Butterfly is busy working, been listening a bit. Going to tell us bye. I hope you have a good day at work. Safa vodkas. I don't even know. Okay, here's the thing. I don't even know if it's vodka zero or vodka O, but it's been in Dan's for a couple of years. Ability. There's a reason why Cold Chisel don't sing about cheap vodka in a 3-day growth. Cheap wine in a 3-day. Cheap wine is pretty fucking nasty, very vinegary. I think though, if you're doing cheap vodka, you end up with a 5-day growth. If you knock back cheap vodka, you just fucking lose consciousness for several days. Oh god, it's already 10 o'clock. I did not even realize. Damn, I was just having super fun chatting and whatnot. All right, I'm going to put a bit of the liqueur in this to flavor Mrs. Oh, that's the orange liqueur, which is super good. I'll put that in there. It's in the direct on 30 minutes. I don't care. Not that much of a gamer. Ooh. See what the breathalyzer says before I go to bed. So it's countdown from 100. Did people used to drink wine in the 70s, Duppo? Cask wine. Oh, dude, Safa, cask wine was so big in my days growing up in Dubbo. And my mum loved the sweet fortified wines like Marsala. What's it say? No, it's not working. That says 0.000. And again, I'm not very drunk. I haven't had much tonight. But okay, this thing is so erratic. So fucking erratic. It's literally saying 0.0. And I don't think I'm very high. Okay, gonna try once more. Switch it back on. Let it count down. Have a little sip of this liqueur. Counting down's in the 30s. Oh man, those liqueurs are so fucking good. But the clarified one was also really good. Now it's saying 0.39. That's stupid. I'd be dead if it was 0.39. Wait, 0.19? That's also too high. Oh, there we go. Blood alcohol content, 0.03. Actually, I reckon that's probably right. I was on the right thing. I reckon 0.03 is probably right. Like, even though if I were to trust that, that means I'm under the legal. I would not drive now. That would be a stupid risk. But we'll see. Party night tomorrow night. We'll see if it works and see how high it goes. Now, I reckon 0.03 is right. Like, I can feel the booze, but I'm not very drunk. But there's no way I'd drive because I'm not an arsehole. Anyway, you fine and funky folk, take care. And we'll try and gear up for party night tomorrow night. We'll see what's what. I'm not even sure if I'm going to make a video tomorrow night. I may not. We may just party on, Wayne, party on, Garth. We'll see what happens. But it is Sleepy Bobos, so I'll see you all another time and say bye for now.
You are totally fucked up!